Welcome to week 28 of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. If you are new here, just a little note, I am using always a 4 by 6 inch base for my collage to make a postcard out of it that I'm sending from New Zealand to Germany. This week, because I am in Germany, I have limited resources, so I will use most prompts out of the Cutting Craft Series book I just showed you. But I also found a brochure of the area around Hamburg, and I have this little positive affirmation quote sheet, and I made a print out of this envelope as part of this week's collage. A few weeks ago, I started telling little fairy tales using the different prompts at the end of each video, and I so enjoyed the process. I will continue doing this. But for now, I will be off camera doing a little bit of fussy cutting. For the first prompt I chose for texture or pattern found in clothing, I chose the black suit and the cylinder head, and for something associated with relaxation, the pipe. Okay, let's see how we can bring all of these elements together. Okay, I think I'm starting with the first. Not with the first prompt, with the image or landscape as my base. And yes, as I said, I found this brochure about the hinterland of Hamburg. So around Hamburg there are areas where there are actual cornfields, and Hamburg and the surrounding is completely flat. So very different from New Zealand. And I thought it's a nice background for this week. And then maybe I will cut the envelope in half and have a border around it. But let's start with the base. I'm using my ruler to just tear this to size. And I'm using my glue stick. In a former video, I already spoke about that glue stick by itself is actually not strong enough to make the collages as a postcard, so that it can be sent from one side of the world to the other side of the world. I hope I will finish a small little video showing you how a postcard that I had made arrived at my mom's place. So I will link it to this video if I finally manage to get this video done. It was hilarious. But I only have limited resources, so for now I'm sticking with the glue stick. Okay, and the repeating pattern prompt here, I thought the border of the envelope, like that shows it's an airmail envelope, I will use on top and on the bottom of this postcard. And it's really fitting, like with the little wing thing, it's exactly fitting to the postcard. That's nice. Just checking the size, and again using my ruler. I find it always a little bit fiddly when you only have like this small stripe to do this, but I think it nevertheless works nicely. And in the beginning I promised you a fairy tale, and maybe it's time that I will start telling you a little fairy tale that is bringing the prompts together. Okay, lean back and have fun. Once upon a time, in a world where the extraordinary mingled with the mundane, there lived a peculiar man without a face. He was known simply as the Faceless Gentleman, always impeccably dressed in a crisp black suit and a tall cylinder head that seemed to stretch towards the heavens. His most distinguishing feature, or rather lack thereof, was the smooth, featureless expanse where his face should have been. On a particularly gloomy day, when the sky hung low and heavy with clouds over a vast cornfield, the faceless gentleman decided to take a stroll. As he walked between the tall stalks of corn, he pulled out his favorite pipe, lit it, and began to puff away. The sweet aroma of tobacco curled around him, a stark contrast to the earthy scent of the cornfield. As he wandered, he noticed something peculiar about the cornfield. The plants seemed to form intricate patterns, swirling and repeating in mesmerizing ways. He found himself following these patterns, drawn deeper and deeper into the field. Suddenly, a gust of wind brought a crisp white envelope fluttering through the air. The faceless gentleman caught it deftly, turning it over in his gloved hands. His attention was immediately drawn to the envelope's border, a pattern of alternating blue and red stripes that seemed to dance before his eyes. The recurring pattern was familiar. The faceless gentleman chuckled, a sound like rustling leaves, when he thought to himself, the letter came by airmail. There was no address, no name, just a simple seal keeping its contents a mystery. Curiosity piqued, he carefully opened the envelope, taking care not to disturb the captivating striped border. Inside was a single sheet of paper with words that seemed to shimmer and change. As he focused, the words settled into a simple phrase: "Stay curious." He smiled. He had always lived by this motto, and seeing it here in this strange and wondrous place felt like a sign. The blue and red stripes on the envelope's border seemed to pulse with renewed energy, as if emphasizing the message within. As he pondered the message, he noticed the cornfield around him beginning to shift. The recurring patterns in the corn began to move, forming new shapes and designs that eerily mirrored the striped pattern on the envelope. It was as if the field itself was encouraging him to explore, to question, to wonder. Pocketing the envelope and message, the faceless gentleman continued his journey through the ever-changing cornfield. With each step, he discovered new patterns, new mysteries, always staying curious and open to the magic around him. From that day forward, whenever the faceless gentleman felt the need to relax or contemplate life's mysteries, he would return to that cornfield. There, amidst the swirling patterns and under the cloudy sky, he would light his pipe and remember this simple yet powerful message: stay curious. The envelope with its mesmerizing border became a cherished possession, a symbol of the endless patterns and mysteries waiting to be discovered by those who remain curious. And so the faceless gentleman's tale became a legend, whispered among the cornstalks and carried on the wind, reminding all who heard it of the magic that curiosity can bring to even the most ordinary of days, and how the simplest pattern can lead to the most extraordinary adventures. So that brings us to the end of this week's video. I hope you enjoyed yourself, you enjoyed the little story. If you like to hear more stories, please subscribe, press the notification bell so that you get informed when the next video comes out, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. It helps my channel really a lot. And for now, maybe let's get over the prompts one more time. So let's start with a texture or pattern found in clothing, which is the suit, the pipe for relaxation, the background, the envelope, the border, and then a little stay curious positive affirmation. For now, I wish you a wonderful day and hope to see you soon. Bye for now.